Hello and welcome to day 3 of my 12 days of DIY Christmas, where today we're going to be turning some little kid toys into sweet treat ornaments. Some popsicles, ice creams, macaroons, cupcakes, and we've got some donuts here from this little toddler stacking toy. And I just quickly go through and paint them all up with a layer of either some Waverly chalk paint or folk art paint, depending on what I was able to find and the colors that I like. Adding the layers of paint to these little toys really made a huge transformation. My daughter had come over and seen my tree, and I asked her if she could tell which ones I had made versus some of the little treat ones that I had already purchased. And aside from her knowing the supplies that I actually used, she wasn't able to tell the difference. So I'm pretty proud of how these turned out, and I hope that you guys like them too. Once I was finished with all of the colored paint, I went through with a layer of Mod Podge and white glitter, iridescent glitter, and gave them all a final coat with that, and it really brought them to life. They just really shined and popped, brought all the color out really nicely. And now I'm going through with some stickles and just trying to make it look like there's sprinkles on the donuts. I end up doing something a little bit different to them afterwards because I didn't like that the colors didn't match. I have these little tiny styrofoam multicolored pastel balls, and I thought they'd make the cutest little sprinkles. They are a pain to work with because they are so staticky and they want to go everywhere, and they're so light that they're just like trying to catch air. But easy to clean up, so they were worth the little bit of mess that they created. Then I put a little bit of that stickles along the edges of those popsicles where the white meets the colors, just to give them a little something, a little drippy edge. And same thing here with the stickles. I didn't like how this one turned out. The colors were not working. One of them actually was just pure liquid. I thought it would maybe change the color look, but it didn't. So back to this little styrofoam balls it was, and then a very, very, very thick layer of Mod Podge over top of all of it once it was done, and they're good to go. They're not going anywhere. And then I just took some of those cute little ornament hangers from like any of the Christmas supply stores, but definitely at Walmart, and just attached them in the easiest places to attach them, I guess, for all of them. Just found what would work the best and put a whole lot of hot glue on them. And this is just one of those cardboard die cuts that you can get from Joann's, Michael's, Walmart. And I just went ahead and put a layer of pink ballet slipper from Waverly along with my glittery Mod Podge over top of it. And then I went through with just on the O and added Mod Podge and a bunch of the little styrofoam balls. Wanted it to look like a donut in the center of it. I ended up doing I think 2 full coats. I went through really heavy like this right here, and then added more of the styrofoam balls on top of that, and then whatever fell off from there was just gone, and everything else was there to stay. I didn't have to add anything else to it once this was done. Am I moving my hand around because they literally were just stuck to me? They would not fall off of me. They wouldn't go anywhere, and I was being a magician for a moment. And then we have this little palette sign that I went ahead, same thing, the pink and some Mod Podge glitter, just as a base color behind the little bit of the openings there in the bling wrap where you can see a little bit of the color pop through. Glitter wasn't necessary. I just don't like to take a chance of it not having any sparkle anywhere. So I just went through with the hot glue and attached it along the edges and randomly throughout the middle rows there. And then now that we've got that all good and secure, we're going to go ahead and attach this right to it. And oh my goodness, I am in love. This is what I'm talking about with my crazy personality of my love for beautiful sparkly things and weird unique things. So I think it works. And then I couldn't figure out what to hang it with, and it's got the extra thickness in the back because of the way the palette is built. And I just figured a candy cane would be it. So I broke it where I needed to and then wrapped it, secured it with tape, and hot gluing it on there. And realized that I didn't check what I was doing and I hung it upside down. So luckily the glue was still very wet and I was able to pull it up really easily. Here's the finished product of our little macaroons there. Here's one of the donuts, and down below it there's another one that we'll be seeing. Oh, that just looks so cute too because they're very large, and I like them tucked into the center of the tree, so they're just kind of extra pops of color in the tree. And then we'll come on over here and take a peek at my garland. I was able to tuck them in there as well. There's one of the popsicles with the stickles going around the edges of the white drippy ice cream cones. I think I may be painting those cones the pink color because they just look too much like elf poop to me. So. These little sparkly gumdrops that I'm kind of zooming in on here are actually just plastic Easter eggs that were already glittered, and I went ahead and just popped the bottoms off of them and stuffed them in the garland. And here we have the final product of our pretty bling joy sign, and I went ahead and hung it up in my kitchen because of the big donut on there. It just seemed to be appropriate. I hope you guys had as much fun watching this video as I did creating it, and I can't wait for you to come back for day 4 of my 12 days of DIY Christmas.